Hello everybody. So we're going to start off this look by priming our eyes using my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. And then I'm going to go into my Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. And I'm going to pick up the shade Combust. And I'm just going to use the brush that comes in the palette and just kind of buff that into my crease as my transition shade. And a little bit over my lid just to kind of set the primer and make blending easier later on. Then I'm going to pick up the shade Whiskey, and I'm going to flip the brush around and use the more precise crease side and just buff that into my crease and on my outer corner. Just kind of blend it out so it's not so harsh. And then I'm going to go back into the shade Whiskey and add some more product to just make it a little bit more intense. And now I'm going to pick up the shade Dirty Sweet. And I'm going to use my Elle shader brush. And then I decided to go ahead and spray my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, not only really to like intensify the color, but also to help it stick. Because I've noticed with these naked palettes that they have a problem with the color transferring from the lid to like the upper crease area. So if you use MAC Fix Plus, which has a lot of glycerin in it, it's going to help it to stick. And now I'm going to go back into Whiskey and just darken up my crease a little bit. Blend out the crease a little bit. And for eyeliner, I'm using my Master Duo by Maybelline, and I'm just going to use this one to create the wing. And then I'm going to use my NYC liquid eyeliner in the shade Pearlized Black. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Better Than Sex as per usual. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray my whole face with some MAC Fix Plus. This is going to kind of set the eyes, and it's also going to prime my face. To start off, I'm going to go in with some concealer. This is my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Fair. And then for foundation, I'm going to go ahead and mix together my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in the shade Classic Ivory and my Makeup Forever Ultra HD in the shade Y205. And then to set that, I'm going to be using my Bare Minerals Bare Skin Perfecting Veil. To contour, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. I'm going to bronze up the rest of my face around my forehead and my temples a little bit heavier than usual.
Who will love you? Who will fight? And who will fall far behind?
And I'm going to use my Avon Smooth Minerals powder. I believe it's in the shade Translucent to kind of carve out my contour. And I'm going to use that same powder to kind of brighten up the under eye a little bit. And then for blush, I'm going to be using my Avon Smooth Minerals blush in the shade Rose Radiance. And then I'm going to go into my Becca Champagne Glow palette, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of Blush Copper, which is insanely pigmented, so you have to be very, very, very light-handed with it. And I'm just going to kind of dust that on top of my blush to make it a little bit more warm. And I'm going to use this big fluffy powder brush to kind of diffuse out that blush topper a little bit. And I'm going to use my Bare Minerals Flawless Face Brush to wipe away that little bake.
Staring at the sink of blood and crushed veneer. Come on, skinny love, just last the year.
And then for highlight, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. shimmering facial whip in the shade Spotlight. And my homemade fan brush making another appearance, and I'm going to just go ahead and top off that e.l.f. highlight with Pearl from my Champagne Glow palette. And then I'm also going to top that off with some Champagne Pop. Now for my highlight, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some Pearl. And I am going to spray it with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus for my inner corner highlight. And then I'm going to go into the shade 13. And this just eyeshadow shader brush for my brow bone highlight. And then I'm going to use this blender brush to kind of blend out my crease and transition shade a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline with my Avon Glimmer Sticks eyeliner, I believe. It's just the black shade.
Who will love you? Who will fight? And who will fall far behind?
And I'm going to go ahead and take this flat definer brush in the shade Whiskey, and I'm just going to kind of smoke that out on my lower lash line. And I'm going to take this crease brush by Bare Minerals to kind of help blend that out. And I'm going to go ahead and do my brows using my e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift in the shade Neutral Brown. And moving on to lips, to finish off this look, I'm going to be using my NYX lip liner in the shade Hot Red. And then on top, I'm going to be using my ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Creeper. And then to finish it off, I am of course going to spray some MAC Fix Plus. And that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Staring at the sink of blood and crushed veneer. Come on, skinny love, just last the year.